All right, we're going to continue with our post-race media availabilities for tonight's Federated Auto Parts 400. We're joined by our race-winning crew chief, Chad Johnston, crew chief for the number 42 Target Chevrolet. Chad, you won the race off of pit road there at the end, and then and Kyle beat Martin on that restart. Why don't you just take us through those last few laps from your view on the pit box?
Yeah, I mean, we had a pretty solid car all weekend long. We felt like going into the race, we were third to fourth place car. I think that's pretty much what we had for the night. The 78 definitely was faster than us, and probably was the class of the field once he got 10 or 15 laps into a run. So we knew our best chance was for that when that caution come out to be the leader off of pit road, and so we put 4 tires and no fuel in it, which played our handling there earlier in the race a little bit, and we're able to win it off pit road. So the pit crew guys won that race for us. Kyle did an awesome job on his restart. That's the second one, win in a row that we've got on a late race restart. So really proud of him and really proud of the job that he did all day long, keeping the tires on the car. We felt coming into this that Richmond's kind of one of our worst tracks. So to come here and to be competitive all weekend long and go home with a win going into Chicago is pretty special.
All right, we'll open it up to questions for Chad. Please raise your hand. We'll get a wireless mic. We'll start over here to the right with Dustin.
Dustin Long, NBC Sports. Chad, we've seen probably since the middle of the summer that in a lot of cases NASCAR hasn't thrown in as many debris cautions, so there's been a lot more longer stretches of racing. As you go into the playoffs, how do you start factoring that in, and how much does it not matter what history is at what tracks in the past because of this new way of doing things?
I think the format, with the different segment makes it a little bit easier because that obviously when 2 of the cautions are going to come out. But as far as the debris cautions, it's definitely been a lot less this year. The one here tonight obviously wasn't a debris caution, so I think you just play it off of past history. You definitely look at it, but I don't think that you live by it. You look at what the characteristics are. Even if you go back the last 5-6 years, it's pretty hard to draw a distinct conclusion that the caution, you look at the percentages and it's a 50-60% chance. So it's not like it's a high likelihood, but you definitely play it different based off of the racetrack that you go to and what the tire fall off is and what the probability of the caution coming out at a certain point is, and what gives you your best chance to make it work in your favor and not get caught by a caution.
Might short pitting become a bigger factor in these races in the last stage when it's longer, where it's beyond the pit stop? You saw it tonight. You saw it in other places.
Yeah, I think you see it at the places that have a lot of tire fall off or tire degradation. This place is pretty bad. You get about 2 seconds of fall off. So if you come in, you're making up 2 seconds on the guys that haven't pitted. So Darlington's similar. I think Chicago's going to be the same way. The repaves and stuff, you don't see near the fall off. Dover, you don't see a lot of fall off, but you definitely at the places where you get a lot of tire fall off, short pitting will definitely play a factor in it, and you're just going to have to pay attention to who you're racing to get into the next, spot in the chase, and play your hand the best you can to try to finish in front of them and make points on them every week.
Any additional questions for Chad? Up here, Kaylee.
Chad, Kaylee Davis, ESPN.com. You said that you didn't add fuel on that final stop. So without the weight being added to the car, did that help make it looser or tighter?
It helps with additional nose weight, which will tighten it up on a short run. We use nose weight as far as percent of weight that's on the front tires to tighten it. So the more weight that's on the front tires, the tighter it'll be. We pump the air up on them too to try to get them to come in a little bit quicker and take off a little bit better, for the green-white checker. And so it was to tighten it up.
How was that playing into his driving style tonight?
We were a little bit too free on the short run, so I think that helped. We're typically loose in, tight in the middle, loose off, which is typical Richmond for us, but we didn't fight the entry balance as much today. But on the short run, it allows them to be a little bit more aggressive taking off.
Anything further for Chad? All right, Chad, congratulations on the win and good luck next week in Chicagoland.